Welcome back to Razzberry Tea Time. I'm your host, Spenny T, aka Spencer, and joining me as always is my co-host,
I am the armadillo.
aka Cameron.
Yeah.
This week's, folks, we got back into theaters and watched the new Marvel movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yes.
But before we get there, we got a lot of stuff we got to do. We got so many new sandwiches. We got lots of table talk and just a little bit of sugar until we get to our weekly tea. But even before that, be sure to check out our merch, leave a review, and follow our socials to keep up to date with us and support us. Even leaving a review, that's free. Just leave a review. It supports us. We appreciate you, and we love you.
You know what else is free?
What?
This first new sandwich that we're going to tell you now. What?
Nice.
Yeah. I know, right? King of segues here. James Gunn's The Suicide Squad has become the most watched DC movie on HBO Max, surpassing both Wonder Woman 84 and Zack Snyder's Justice League, which I actually found surprising because the Snyder cut was like very anticipated.
Yes, it's very anticipated, but I would argue that it's a little bit more niche than The Suicide Squad. It's definitely a bigger bite to actually swallow, you know?
That and
longer movie.
The movie did pretty much come out in 2016? 17. So like people knew the general story. There was just changes to it.
Yeah, so this is not too surprising. I think The Suicide Squad did really well for HBO Max, frankly.
Who's Frank?
Obviously, he's my uncle. But like, I know The Suicide Squad didn't have the most impressive numbers, and now with like Shang-Chi's numbers, they are pretty impressive, but I think if The Suicide Squad was only in theaters, I think it would have done just as well.
Probably. I wouldn't have seen it in theaters. I was still like anti-theater. I didn't want to go back to the theaters.
It came out like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but still.
And then you went to a movie in theaters this week.
Shut up. I had to. You made me.
You wanted to. Don't even.
I didn't want to go to the theater. Oh my gosh. It's September already.
Yes, it is. You know what time it is then? Time to play that song. Oh
my gosh.
That song's great. You love The Night at the Museum.
25th night of September.
Okay. Avengers star Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson are set to reunite for a new romantic action film for Apple TV+.
All right, you listen here. When I'm singing Earth, Wind, and Fire, you don't interrupt me, all right? Never, ever interrupt me.
You interrupted yourself, though. You realize that, right?
No, you interrupted me. I was singing.
Yeah, but you interrupted yourself.
You interrupted me.
You interrupted yourself at the same time.
Your mom
is a lovely lady, and I love you, Mom. Thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you for listening. I can't say my mom because they don't listen. They don't listen.
It's okay. No, this is exciting. I think those two have some great chemistry.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm excited to see what they can do.
You've seen Winter Soldier.
Many times. That's definitely my most watched MCU movie.
We're not going to talk about my most watched MCU movie.
It's Iron Man.
Shut up.
It's Iron Man 3.
Shut up.
Man, I bet you had a good kick this week then, huh?
Actually, I think Iron Man 3 and Thor Ragnarok are probably almost tied.
Really? I don't know what. Like, Thor Ragnarok is great, and I love it. But, I don't know. It's just not a movie that I can go back to watching a lot.
So, here's the thing, right? I've seen Iron Man 3 a lot, and I've seen Thor Ragnarok a lot, but put the both of them together, and they don't even get close to how many times I've seen Revenge of the Sith.
A lot of times.
A lot of times. I can quote almost that entire movie, I bet. Yeah.
So, for Expendables 4, we had some news last week with the Christmas special one, but now this is just strictly Expendables 4. It's officially greenlit now this week. And Sylvester Stallone is returning, Jason Statham, Randy Couture, and Dolph Lundgren are reprising the roles from the previous movies. Then Megan Fox, 50 Cent, Tony Jaa have joined the cast, which means that it's getting bigger and broader and lovely.
I don't watch these movies, but yes, very, very.
I think they can be fun.
Very a lot of stars in this.
Yes,
Very
a lot of stars.
Very a lot of stars. You know what else has a very lot of stars?
Is it
The
Water
proposed buddy
Jesus?
cop. No, it's the proposed buddy cop movie. Oh yeah, Water Jesus. Yeah, the proposed the proposed buddy cop filmed by Jason Momoa with Dave Bautista is happening since his phone hasn't stopped ringing about it.
I know. I think it's funny that it just started off as like a one-off joke, and then everyone was like, "This is kind of a great idea."
You know what else is a great idea?
Let me guess.
Putting
the
Texas
Chainsaw Massacre on
Netflix, where I'm not gonna watch it.
Me either. I've never actually seen any of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies.
I haven't seen any horror movies other than the first Chucky movie.
You've seen the first Chucky movie. That's so specific.
Yeah.
Do you know who the most recent voice of Chucky is?
Yeah. Luke Skywalker himself.
Oh, why do you know that? I wanted to blow your mind.
Because Mark Hamill has more fun playing villains.
Yeah, because he's a great villain.
Yeah, he's a bad guy in real life.
Like, no, he's not. No offense to Heath Ledger. May he rest in peace. Honestly, like, Jack Nicholson's great too, but he's just nothing compared to just all of Mark Hamill as the Joker.
Man, he took a bullet for that.
Who?
Never mind. That was a bad joke.
I was really confused.
Heath took a bullet for...
He didn't.
He did.
He OD'd.
I thought he got shot.
No, he OD'd.
Oh.
I'm want to say that I'm 92% sure. If I'm wrong, someone's going to message me, Maddie, I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure he OD'd at like the age of 38. So, yeah. Let's just move on.
Accidental overdose.
A new Rocketeer movie is coming directly to Disney Plus, and it's got ordered by the service.
You know what
I just...
Sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You said
movie.
You said Rocketeer, and that for whatever reason that made my mind go to Rocket Man by Elton John.
Dude, that's exactly where my mind went to.
Movie. I want to watch the Elton John movie.
Have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
I've seen parts of it. I want to watch that too.
I want to say that they're in very similar veins since they were produced by the same dude and might have been directed by the same dude.
I just want more like legacy films like that, you know?
It's biopic movies.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I'd also call it a legacy film because it's like that is their legacy that they've left behind for us, even though Elton John's not dead. But
I mean, he's getting there.
No.
I don't. This should be in the news, but coming in like December 13th or something like that, Disney Plus apparently has an animated Die Everyone Would Be Kid movie coming out.
No.
And that's been all over Twitter.
No.
But honestly, I'm kind of excited because I really liked those books when I was in 3rd grade, so I'm kind of excited.
Dude, those books were good up until Dog Days. After that,
after Dog Days, they just got very similar. Repeaty.
Yeah, no, it was literally the same story after that. I read 2 more books. I'm like, this is boring, and I stopped. That was it.
I remember I read the 8th book, I think. It was like a Valentine's Day one. We got the order in at school the same day that we were going to my grandparents to fully butcher the deer that we had shot that year. And like I wasn't actually going to do any of the butchering and like processing of the meat. I was just like hanging out. But I read that entire book in a single day, and I remember being so impressed by myself, but let's be honest, it was not that hard.
Yeah, no. Like half of it's pictures, dude.
Yeah. That's the part that I like, though.
Yeah, I opened a book while I was at work the other day. I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. Flip through the pages. There's no pictures.
It's all words.
It's just words. I can't read.
All right, let's get into some more DC news. DC
yeah,
news.
We're being really distracting today.
I'm not distracting. So the Batgirl script is reportedly finished with production moving forward. The film is written by Christina Hudson, who also wrote Birds of Prey and the upcoming The Flash movie.
I thought you were going to say Christina Aguilera for whatever reason.
Yeah, she's a great song singer and
I wouldn't go that far.
movie writer. No, she's great, Christina Aguilera. Are you excited for DC Fandom 2021?
No, not going.
It's an online thing, so
Not going.
it's an online thing open to everyone. I will probably go for a decent amount of it because
Not
last year was an absolute banger.
Not going.
So many things got announced last year, like the new Suicide Squad game, Gotham Knights.
Oh boy, the new Suicide Squad game. That's gonna be so much better than the Guardians game.
It probably is going to be.
Oh, it is.
Made by Rocksteady, so.
Made by Rockstar Games, the GTA people?
No, it's made by Rocksteady, the guys that made the Arkham games.
Oh, yeah, then it is going to be good.
Yeah. So it is confirmed that there's going to be looks at the Batgirl movie, a new trailer for The Batman, look at Shazam 2, which is also wrapped filming. So Shazam Fury of the Gods is officially wrapped. Then we're going to get a look at Black Adam, the Flash movie. All of the TV shows are getting a look. That includes the animated ones like Harley Quinn as well. Then we'll also get a look at the new Peacemaker TV show by James Gunn. They also gave a little poster for that where he's driving away with a peace sign in this crappy car, and the license plate says PSS MKR, so Peacemaker.
Hey, remember when that became my least favorite character all within like 2 scenes?
Dude, it was one scene, let's be honest.
No, as soon as he showed up in the basement, I was like, I knew something was up. And then he did the thing. Oh.
Dude, I still remember sitting in the theater watching it because that was my second watch of that movie. Spoilers for the Suicide Squad, by the way, but you should have seen it by now.
He kills Flag.
So there was like... That's not what I was going to say. So when they start fighting in that scene, it's not a direct shot of them. It's in the reflection of the Peacemaker helmet. And I just want to know if they like shot the scene and then reflected it onto like a 3D object using CGI, or if they actually shot the real reflection. Because that'd be so difficult, I feel like.
I mean, James Gunn is like a genius when it comes to stuff like that, so he probably is going to keep it a secret to himself. Even though he's not the one that literally filmed it. It's like a trick of
That's true.
Trick of the trade kind of thing, you know?
Yes, so we're supposed to get some more looks at the TV shows, Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and it's going to be super cool. And some early test screens of the Batman movie have been coming out. Apparently there's like a 3-hour cut that they're showing to people right now, and the reviews of it have been absolutely beautiful.
I wish they would show me the 3-hour cut.
Yeah, me too. That sounds awesome. And then last little bit of DC news here, we got a feature-length animated Injustice movie will be officially releasing on October 19th, 2021. No Paw Patrol, screw them. And then we got Doom Patrol Season 3 gets a trailer this week, so that's pretty cool.
No,
I haven't watched a bunch of Doom Patrol yet. Nope.
It's the Paw Patrol.
Nope.
Hey, did you know that Jungle Cruise is officially happening?
You mean the second one?
Well, it just says Jungle Cruise, so yeah.
Yeah, but it's the second one. I forgot to put it too. No, I think I'm going to go.
With Emily Blunt and The Rock.
Yeah, they're going to be returning, baby.
Yeah.
I'm going to go see that movie pretty soon here, I think.
Jungle Cruise?
Yeah. I think I might go see it on Tuesday. I might also go see Free Guy on Tuesday. I wish I was a hat. My life would be so much easier.
Do you have Tuesday off too?
No, but I only work until like 2:30.
Oh, I hate you. Why you do this?
I literally get to work at 6 a.m.
Stop it.
That's 8.5 hours. All right, so a few weeks after the huge South Park deal, you remember?
South Park.
It was this big thing. So they got like a $900 million deal featuring 6 more seasons of the show, plus 14 movies and a couple of games. So apparently they already had the movies underway. So fans can expect the first 2 movies on Paramount Plus before the end of the year. So they're kind of running through that. If they have 14 movies, 2 of them done within a few weeks of the deal being made.
Oh my. They were definitely sitting on those.
Oh, for sure. I don't know. It's kind of crazy because it's like Rick and Morty, right? I remember the reason that the breaks in between the seasons were so long is because the studio was hesitant to like renew their contracts and like keep them going. So then they could write the seasons and that kind of stuff, but they couldn't start actual animation or actual production of like voice acting until after that stuff had been made. But they must have been working on this and like maybe previously under a different contract. It's just kind of crazy, you know?
I wonder how that would all work then if it was under different ownership, though.
I don't know if it was different ownership.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
if it was like that might be harder than too. I don't know. You
It's
know what else
possible
is
that
going
it's
to be
like
hitting
a
Paramount Plus?
licensing deal. What is coming to Paramount Plus? Because I have no idea.
Paranormal Activity, probably.
Dude, it's
gonna-
like the 7th one.
Yeah, dude. You know what? I didn't
They've
watch
had
that
so
either.
many of them.
Yeah.
Aren't
I
only
don't-
a few of them actually good though?
No, I don't watch any of them, dude.
There was a while where I was into watching like pseudo horror movies when I was like 14.
Like Scary Movie.
Yeah, exactly like Scary Movie. And then there was one with one of the brothers from White Chicks. He had like a haunted house movie kind of thing. And there was two of those.
The only thing I remember from Scary Movie is like there was this demon, you know, like how there's like stories of like these demons can like cut into your flesh while you're sleeping and stuff. And they started playing tic-tac-toe with the demon. That's all
funny.
I remember from one of these. It was like in the commercial. He's like, boom, tic-tac-toe. That was it. I'm like, why? Why is this a thing?
You know what's almost as scary as that?
All of these movies that are being announced.
Exactly. No, they're not getting announced. They're getting delayed. They're being shot and killed.
Oh.
So Paramount has delayed Maverick, Top Gun, Jackass Forever, and Mission Impossible 7.
That's what I meant.
It's kind of rough. I saw a tweet that was Miles Teller. He's an actor. He's actually in Top Gun Maverick. But he tweeted, he was like, guys, I promise we did actually make this movie. It is going to be coming out eventually.
How tired were you when you were writing these?
Pretty tired. I was sick too, so that didn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not felt good this week.
Oh, dude, it's been a rough week for both of us. We'll get into that. Oof.
Yeah. Ghostbusters Afterlife also gets delayed, but only by a week. So it's going to be hitting theaters on November 19th now instead of the 12th. So that's good.
Vacation.
It's a little post-Halloween, but I think people will have like they still want to see Halloween stuff, you know?
That's like a week before Thanksgiving, though, isn't it?
Yeah, no clue, dude.
Something like that.
Yes, I was very tired when I wrote these. Ignore that 4, please.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be there. Vacation, Free Fortins, and 2. Vacation Friends 2 is officially. I'll let you do it because dude, you put a 0 in John Cena's name.
It's not a 0; it's a capital O.
That is a 0.
So Vacation Friends 2 is officially in the works with John Cena, Lil Rel, or Howery. I cannot speak either. Yvonne, Orgy, what? Meredith.
You're. I think. What is wrong?
They're all going to be
with us?
returning for the sequel.
There's a movie
after
on
it
Hulu.
becomes. It was the number 1 opening for a movie on Hulu.
Yeah.
Which is kind of surprising because I thought that Palm Springs with Andy Samberg was the biggest, but I guess it's this now.
You know what we need?
But yeah, sequel.
You know
Apparently it's not the best, but I still want to watch it.
If you want to talk about sequels,
we need?
we need Click 2.
Are you serious? Have you seen that movie?
I have. It's awful.
I mean, it's definitely not the worst Adam Sandler movie.
Adam Sandler doesn't care. He just keeps making the movies and people keep paying him more money for it, no matter how garbage they are.
He had like an 8-picture deal with Netflix.
Yeah, I know.
It's beautiful.
You know what else is a good movie that Adam Sandler was in?
I have no clue.
50 First Dates.
You know, it's another good... That one's actually a decent movie.
No, that's actually a good movie. I'm not memeing.
Yeah, 50 First Dates is I'm not a big fan of Drew Barrymore, to be honest, but they're pretty good in that movie.
I mean, she forgot half her lines, so.
Must have been a very easy movie for her to shoot.
Kevin Smith shares Clerks 3 set picture as filming on the third film wraps. You wrote that awful, dude.
No, I didn't. Kevin Smith shares a Clerks 3 set picture as filming on the third film wraps filming.
That is a
I should have
three.
said.
It doesn't say third.
I know.
It says 3 on the 3 film.
It's
wraps.
implied. Also, I said film a lot. I should have said movie or something.
Yeah. That's why I was like, you wrote this terribly. It says Clerks 3 set picture as filming on film 3 wraps filming.
Stop.
How tired were you?
I didn't feel good.
Very tired. I'm just gonna say
I have not had a good week. Okay.
I haven't seen you at all this week. I need to make fun of you, man.
Me and Emily got home last night at like 9:30, and it took me until almost 11:30 to fall asleep because my stomach hurt so bad.
Dude, are you good?
No, I'm not good.
You need to stop eating Qdoba, man.
I haven't had Qdoba in almost a month.
Well, you need to stop eating it.
I don't know what you're talking about. So the 2016 Ben Affleck-led film, The Accountant, is officially getting a sequel with Ben Affleck and John Bernthal reprising the roles in the film. So we're getting The Accountant too. Have you seen the first one?
No, I don't even know what. Okay.
Anna Kendrick's in it too. So basically, Ben Affleck plays an accountant.
That girl from those 3 movies where people sing.
Pitch Perfect. Dude, those movies are good. Don't even act.
I'm not.
Don't even play with me here.
I was making a joke. Like, that's the only thing I know her from is those movies.
She's been doing some other stuff. It's a lot of like crap Christmas movies on Netflix too. She's been doing a few of those, but everyone does those at some point in their career.
I'm gonna pee all over your Cheerios.
No, do that over the Marvel segment.
Oh, you mean this segment?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange 2 will reportedly include 2 more additional characters from Loki, Sylvie, and Mobius.
Dude, honestly, like, we could have seen that coming, right? I don't know how the timing's going to work on that, though. Like, Loki Season 2 will be out before Doctor Strange 2, right? So I guess that kind of confirms that they're going to get the gang back together for the second season, which makes sense.
Can you explain to me, like, what you meant by this, though? Will reportedly include two more additional characters from Loki.
Oh, so it was confirmed that Tom Hiddleston was already going to be appearing in Doctor Strange 2.
Okay. Yeah. I was confused.
So this is just adding on another 2 characters from the show.
No, my brain farted. That's on me. No, from Loki, the show. I thought you meant like from Loki, Sylvie, and Mobius. I'm like, that's 3 people, and from what?
No. But that also kind of confirms that it is the version from the TV show, right? That's the version of Loki that'd be appearing.
Yeah, because he's dead. Kind of man MCU continuity. He's dead.
I know, but like, what are the odds that we see Scarlet Witch's kids, right?
Oh,
like those aren't going to be the main MCU continuity kids either. The main continuity is nothing at this point. It's just everything.
Definitely before Chris Hemsworth is done with his portrayal of Thor, whenever that may be,
he'll never be done.
I want one more moment where, like, Loki knows how he's supposed to die, but that didn't happen because, TVA, all that stuff. I just want one more moment where Thor is like, brother, and they just have like this. They have this big moment, and then whoever has to die. Whatever happens. But I just want one more moment where like Thor can get closure. Like Loki is like my Loki that I bonded with is gone, but there is still another Loki, kind of like just wrap up his grief.
Oh, I didn't write this in here either because it was from the last like 12 hours, but apparently the Russo brothers were in talks to return for another MCU movie, but apparently Scarlett Johansson's lawsuit against Disney has mucked things up a little bit, so now they may not be returning at all. So that's awesome. Isn't that awesome?
It's fantastic.
The 4-time Marvel directors between Civil War, The Winter Soldier, Infinity War, and Endgame will not be returning now because legal reasons.
You mean some of the best Marvel movies that have come out in the last decade?
I would argue 4 out of the top 10. That seems fair.
That's more inclusive than what I said.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, for sure, I don't know. I still don't understand how people put Infinity War so much above Endgame. I just don't get it. I just feel like people are so They just want
Endgame
action
and
all the time.
Infinity
it's
War
a
and
slow
Endgame
burn.
is
I
one
get that.
story. It's one story.
It's like how can people enjoy the first 2 acts of something and then not enjoy the third act? That's the part that blows my mind, you know?
Yeah,
Because Endgame is the third act of the story.
Endgame starts with the because so there's this thing called falling action, which is still technically in Act 2. Endgame picks up where the falling action would be, because Infinity War ended at the climax. Like Thanos snapped and then that was it. He was done. So
Yeah.
up until when they actually started doing the time heist, that was where Act 3 started, technically.
So a lot of stuff has come out about Dune recently because the movie's been screened in Venice for a bunch of critics and stuff, and it's been premiered there. Apparently it had a 6-minute standing ovation at the end of the movie, but the big reviews that it's been getting are saying that it's basically just an Act 1 and 2, and it sets up a lot for a sequel, which you know is coming with Zendaya. And like, how are people absolutely crapping on that movie because of the way that it sets up a sequel, but they act like Infinity War is a complete film? You know? Like, there's no resolution at the end of Infinity War. It just ends in a snap. Literally.
I hate where, like, I think it's fine to have a cliffhanger, but like
Absolutely.
Marvel has been having, like, they've been leading up to this for, like, at this point 10 years. Like, that was the 10-year anniversary movie that came out, was Infinity War, and they were leading up to that. But I don't think you should start your film, if you're planning a franchise, you shouldn't start your film with the idea of, okay, we're going to make this almost dependent on a sequel to, like, tell the full story.
I don't know. I think that if it's in the original blueprints for the actual thing, and like it's meant to be a continuation no matter what, like it's supposed to be a 2-part story, then what's the big deal essentially?
I mean, there's two ways to look at it.
No, absolutely. There's more than 2, I think.
Let's
Let's move on from Endgame and the stuff. We'll get into more Marvel stuff later. But director Bassam Tarek has confirmed he's joined the MCU to helm Marvel's Blade reboot with Mahershala Ali as the titular character. So that movie, everything's got a director that we know of right now, like all the upcoming projects. Because we know Fantastic Four is Peyton Reed.
Yep. Peyton Reed did
Mandalorian season 2 finale and Ant-Man, all of them.
Yep. I was gonna say that one, he did other Marvel stuff already.
Yeah. Apparently, the guy that did the last 2 Spider-Man movies really wanted to do it, but they gave it to Peyton Reed. So,
well, the guy that did the Spider-Man movies kind of has a lot on his plate.
Dude, it blows my mind that everyone's freaking out about Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man is, like, technically, literally the biggest character. Like, he's bigger than Batman. I get that. But, like, everyone that's been a fan of, like, the DC animated stuff and even Marvel animated stuff has seen all this multiverse stuff before. And now Marvel's just getting to it and everyone's freaking out about it. Whereas, like, everyone, like me, like, yes, it's cool. But I feel like the rules aren't set out that well so far. And I've seen this all before.
You've been in this
place before. Like, there's been so many stories already.
Yeah,
I mean, watch Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths, Justice League Crisis on 2 Earths.
I want Avengers versus
CW
Justice
Crisis
League.
on Infinite Earths, like all this stuff.
That's the crossover
that was
I want.
Super cool.
Avengers versus Justice League.
Or even, I don't know. I think the odds of that, legally speaking, would be very, very, very hard. Like, just think about how the rights would work.
Especially since some characters that appear in Marvel products also appear in some Disney products.
Yeah,
not
like
even that, but I feel like heroes. But
the way that Disney works would be like, oh, well, people are going to be going to it for more of our characters, so I think we should get 70-30
more of the money
of, like, the rights and stuff. Because, I don't know. I just think it'd be a total mess and probably not happen.
What if they made 2 movies where it was the Marvel perspective and the DC perspective, but it tells the same story but from different sides?
Have you played The Last of Us 2?
That would be a logistical nightmare. No, I haven't. Why? When would I have played it?
I don't know. I want to play it. I want to play The Last of Us. I want to play Batman.
We gotta finish Red Dead. We gotta finish Red Dead first, bro. We gotta finish Red Dead.
Red Dead is like a 100-hour game. We could play through the Batman game in literally 10 hours.
We need to finish the Red Dead game. We were supposed to do that like 10 episodes ago. Okay,
I guess.
4 episodes ago, but still 4 episodes.
We need to
ago,
move on to
still.
TV news, baby. Netflix has
Yeah,
dropped
we're
a
just
new
sitting here
teaser trailer
talking.
for You Season 3, which confirms that the show is going to be returning on October 15th, and there's a special little character that they teased as well. A Nancy Drew spinoff, Tom Swift gets a straight-to-series order at the CW. I've only watched one episode of the Nancy Drew CW show, so good for them, I guess. We've got more development on the Jeopardy scenario. So Mike Richards has reportedly been fired from his position as executive producer on both Jeopardy and The Wheel of Fortune, but apparently he's going to be pursuing legal action to rebuttal Sony for their decision.
That's like a big oof.
That is a big oof.
Yeah.
For him, he sucks.
I didn't
Worst
know Sony
guy
owned
in
those.
the world. I believe that they own the... What is it on? Like NBC? CBS? One of those?
Sony doesn't own NBC. NBC is
Well,
its own thing. NBC is Peacock, dude.
Peacock's a brand new thing.
Yeah, but that's like NBC's streaming service. That's why The Office is on it. That's why I'm afraid The Blacklist might be moving there.
Isn't Peacock free and then there's just paid content after a while?
There is paid content on Peacock. Like if you want to watch The Office, you only get the first 2 seasons, the bad seasons, but then you have to pay for the good stuff.
I mean, the first 2 seasons, the last 2 seasons. The Office is a sandwich of bad bread but good contents in the middle.
The first season
Let's call it that.
is just awful. The second season has some rough spots, but it definitely, like, you could start with season 2 and be perfectly fine, not need season 1 at all. But then the last 2 seasons they're kind of beating a dead horse and prolonging the actual like finale that should have happened.
I mean, when Steve Carell left is when they should have just ended it.
I'm not saying when Steve Carell left. I'm definitely saying, like, instead of doing the arc where they did 9 different people, they should have said, okay, here's our new boss. But then instead of going into that, it's like, then they go into, well, Jim started this company, they're going to leave, rather than, oh, I decided to stay. I don't know. There's the whole thing.
I agree with that. Like, going from boss to boss to boss to boss, I thought that was kind of annoying. I think partially that's because they couldn't get the guy from The Sopranos, right? Because originally they offered him like a ton of money. And then HBO just gave him a bunch of money to not be in The Office. I think we talked about that recently-ish, but I think because they couldn't get him, they kind of just bounced around until something worked and nothing ever did. So the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air revival show on Peacock has found its prince in Jabari Banks. He is from, like, the United States. Good for him. All of Seinfeld's 180 episode library is headed to Netflix on October 1st. So, if you like that jokester baseline, head over to Netflix on October 1st and you'll get that. I know Cameron loves Seinfeld, so.
I hate Seinfeld.
So HBO Max's Gremlins Secret of the Mogwai animated series will now be going to Cartoon Network in September before streaming on HBO Max next year. Filming for Hulu's How I Met Your Father has officially begun, so we can expect to see that on the platform pretty soon. Pokemon has announced a new short-run anime in Pokemon Evolutions, which will feature 8 episodes and span multiple regions. Kate Walsh is officially returning as Addison on Grey's Anatomy for season 18, and it's being reported that she is going to be returning for several episodes. So, I know a lot of people are a big fan of her. That's why she got her own spin-off show. So that's cool to see her come back.
Is that the Addison Rae show?
No, it's Private Practice. Private Practice was Addison's spin-off. So good for her. Not a lot happened in gaming this week. So CD Projekt Red hired several of its modders from its community for the Cyberpunk 2077 community to work on a number of projects related to the game. So that's kind of cool to see, you know?
Yeah, I can't wait to have more glitchy games that don't work right away.
I mean, they're literally being done by independent people, so yeah, that sounds about right. PlayStation announces a new showcase event on Thursday, September 9th, where it should be giving updates on the release of holiday season and beyond for their games. We can expect to see some more on Horizon, Forbidden West, God of War, and hopefully some surprises. If it's anything like last year's showcase event, it should be around 10 titles that are going to be showing off. So, big things should be coming around next week.
I just want everybody to know, Spencer spelled PlayStation, capital P, capital L, everything else lowercase, and it looks like it should be a crime.
I did not have a good week. Far Cry 6 announces that it's... Excuse me. Far Cry 6 announces its PC system requirements to run the game. That's on Twitter and the internet. If you want to play that game on PC, go check them out. See if your PC is good enough to run it.
I probably won't be able to. Also, I'm so much more excited for this game, only because I finally I recognized the villain.
You didn't recognize him before?
Not at first, I didn't.
Didn't I mention that it was Giancarlo Esposito last week?
No.
I'm pretty sure I did. That's why I was excited for it and you weren't. I was like, dude, I really like the villain. It's Gus.
I'm pretty sure I definitely did not hear you talk.
It's Gus, bro. It's Gus from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
It's got Gus Johnson?
I don't actually know what his last name is. I've never actually watched Breaking Bad. I kind of want to watch Breaking Bad now. A report says that the day off Twitch streamer protest caused a more than 15% drop in total viewership on the platform. Cameron, did you partake?
What I haven't streamed in like a week, so probably.
Yeah, I know. So technically, you did.
Twitch has been having a lot of problems that I didn't know about. Apparently, there's like a lot of hate raids, which I don't really understand what the definition of it is, but I can only assume like, oh, we're gonna go raid this community, and all you guys should do is just say nasty, like the worst and the most nasty stuff. It's like there's better things to do with your time than that, for one. But then also like a lot of big people have stepped away from the platform so far this week, and I'm like,
well, I know I saw that Tim did and someone else.
Yep, Tim.
But it's kind of crazy.
Tim was a big one. I've been following Tim for a year, and just to have like that.
I think Tim is a very relatable dude, and I really appreciate that.
Well, yeah, dude, he was. I love watching his Call of Duty.
That's surprising to me.
He gets so worked up. No, he gets so worked up, and it's funny to me.
And that's why everyone just spectates Warzone.
You get worked up when you play it, and he makes you look like a puppy.
Some puppies get very aggressive. Nala, example A.
Don't talk about her. She's not aggressive. She's just dumb. And energetic.
She's kind of, I don't know. She seemed kind of aggressive.
She's not aggressive. She's just like over friendly.
So Ed Asner passed away at 91 years old last Sunday. Ed is best known for his part in Up and Elf.
He played Santa and Elf.
And he plays the old man in
Carl Fredericks.
Exactly. So sad to see him go. Rest in peace, Ed.
Thank you for bringing us
Fredrickson.
I think it's Fredrickson. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for making me cry several times throughout my life.
All of the stuff that I've been seeing coming out on Twitter is like, oh, Ed died. And then everyone's like, well, at least Carl's with Ellie now. And it's just like, you know.
Just make me cry. Please don't.
Also, I have a meme where it's like the Up sequel, and it's called Down, and it's Russell, Doug, and Kevin staring into a grave. And that hits differently now.
Yo, have you seen the Doug Days TV show on Disney Plus? That's releasing this week. At least the first episode. It's definitely a kid's show, but
did you know that Carol Baskin reportedly sold Joe Exotic's zoo for 140 thousand?
140 million.
You had another comma next to it, so I just auto-filled in 3 zeros.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Tiger King.
So apparently the ruling says the new owners can't be
be
affiliated with the Tiger King or use the property as a zoo for 100 years.
Yeah, remember when Nick Cage was supposed to be Joe Exotic?
I'm still kind of sad that he's not.
Remember when Nick Cage almost had a job?
Nick Cage is probably going insane.
Talk about Lego, dude. I was really excited when I read this yesterday.
So Amazon Japan accidentally revealed a large-scale model Lego tumbler listed for the U.S. price is $230. This was earlier in the week, and at this point, those ones are now live for pre-order in the U.S., not available for pre-order in the U.K. I'm sorry. Then they also, like a few hours later, revealed a smaller minifigure scale tumbler, which is at $40 USD. The tumbler large scale, I'm just going to call it UCS, Ultimate Collector Series, even though that's just a Star Wars title.
That's like
but it's basically the same thing. So that one has
same thing.
A Dark Knight suit Batman with a vested Joker. And the way that differs from the 2014 version of the tumbler is that in that version it had a Batman Begins Batman and a long trench coat Joker in it. So a little bit different minifigures there. And then the $40 version has the Scarecrow from Batman Begins and the Batman Begins suit Batman with a separate mold for the head. Not a mold for the head. A different print for the face underneath the mask to make it look like what the Nightmare Batman looks like to Scarecrow in that movie. So that's kind of a neat detail. One thing that I do not like about this set is the previous two like UCS style Batman sets. So the 1989 Batmobile had 3 figures, Batman, a henchman, and Joker. Then the Batwing had Batman, a henchman, Joker. Now the tumbler only has Batman and Joker. So I think what I might do is, since they're all 3 the exact same stand, except this one only has 2 of them, and it just looked weird with 2, it needs 3, I swear. I'm just going to take the Scarecrow and just stick him in the middle.
I mean, that'd be a good one. The tumbler is from the one with
exactly.
The one with the Scarecrow,
yeah, no,
anyway,
you're right.
Because it becomes a bat cycle after Tumbler gets destroyed.
Exactly. So it's like,
yeah,
it's fine. I think I'll just do that because I think it'll look pretty good too.
Spencer said his catchphrase, guys. Buy our merch.
It's fine. I wore that sweatshirt yesterday for a while. I wore 6 different sweatshirts yesterday for some reason.
That is disgusting.
This is what happens when I'm just not having a good week. It's okay. So ABBA announces their return after nearly 40 years of not being together.
ABBA.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
good
ABBA.
for them.
You know, those guys that are responsible for Mamma Mia. Most of those songs.
Mamma Mia, let me go.
Stop it.
Haha. So that wraps up our new sandwiches. Thank you for joining us for that section. But now,
this
let
is
us
the end of the episode
segue
now.
you into
Goodbye,
the table
guys.
talk.
Nope, this is the end of the episode. Bye, guys. See you next week.
Oh, no. So this week, me and Emily finally finished How I Met Your Mother. I think I realized that I have like some deep emotional depressed memories attached to that show. So like no matter what, I will have like some sort of breakdown at the end of it. And I think I realized that this week. So that was fun.
Well, you also just weren't having a good week.
No, I think there's some emotional reasons attached to it. Because like when I first watched the show, I was definitely in a very bad spot and very lonely and depressed. Because I didn't go to school for like 3 months and everyone's like, oh, that's awesome. You didn't go to school for 3 months. But actually it was like very hard on my mental state. So that's cool. And yeah, that all kind of culminated in the finale. So that was interesting. I watched the new episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Titans, and the What If episodes. And I also watched a couple of random episodes of Batman, the animated series. So lots of TV. Then last week I also watched a playthrough. It's not a playthrough. It's a speed run of the Batman Arkham quadrilogy. So it'd be Origins, Asylum, City, and Night. But this week I only watched the trilogy speed run. So that's Asylum, City, and Night. So yeah, I watched the speed run of that. And then I watched the Batman Assault on Arkham on HBO Max. And then I went to go watch a friend of the show, actually. You know, he follows all our socials to get those prizes. And I went to
Josh?
go watch him play some football.
Oh,
Other than that, yeah, I had a really crappy week. One day I had a
big
extremely
tit.
bad migraine. No, he's regular tit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Big tits at college.
Big tits at college, exactly. Other than that, I had just a really bad week health-wise. For some reason, my stomach has been just really painful. Like I was saying kind of earlier, I tried to go to bed at like 9:30 yesterday, and I didn't fall asleep until almost midnight because my stomach hurt so bad. That's
Dude,
after I went and got Tums and some other stuff to try and calm it down. Like drank some water to try and settle it. Just is not working. It's been really painful all day. But my migraine went away after one day, so that was good. Other than that, I'm really looking forward to having a hopefully very relaxing Labor Day weekend.
That must be nice.
Cammy Cam, what's going on with you?
Well, starting out my week, we had a very great stream on Monday. Like it was great. You know, there was the day
You and the
was
Cool Bean, right?
Yeah, me and Johnny.
Yanni.
They were doing more modded Minecraft. And then Tuesday, disaster struck.
Disaster did strike.
Yeah,
I came over to help you with a little bit.
Dude, that was after like some of the bad stuff. But,
yeah, that's good though. I don't think I could handle the super bad stuff.
We were moved. Like it still smells in there a little bit, so I'm gonna.
Your bedroom?
I have some stuff in there that's like sucking up the smell. Then I'm gonna go get. I have actual like carpet wash that we're gonna use on it.
Yeah, do carpet wash, and then I would suggest just getting a fabric spray, like a Febreze fabric spray, and just putting that down on the carpet too. That can help.
I wasn't gonna do that till after we washed it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
But yeah, no, we had our water. We had some water issues in the house. So basically what happened, just a brief summary, our gutters were overflowing. We didn't notice it the first time, but the second time we got it. The first time we didn't realize our gutters were like overflowing off the side. They were like plugged somewhere. And we rent this house. And so, you know, that's not really like, we're not the maintenance people for that. So I didn't like think to look out there. So yeah, no, water was coming in our two rooms that were the back part of our house where the bedrooms were. So yeah, we had to take everything out of those rooms just about. Spencer helped with that. And then we had the great fun time on Wednesday, or I did at least, because I was the only one that was here, of moving all of it back. And by moving all of it back, I mean like moving, like the office setup is now
So explain how you rearrange your house really quick.
Okay, well, we're like, you know, we've been talking about moving stuff around. So like this, we kind of like capitalized on the fact that like everything was out and out of the way. So we took our office and we moved that to where the living room was, just to get more space, because I want to do more VR like streams and stuff. And Ann was like, okay, yeah, let's do that. That's fine. Yeah. We moved our bedroom into where the office was, because that was the bigger room. So now we have the bigger bedroom, and we moved our living room into the smaller bedroom, because we're almost never in there anyway.
Yes.
So like that's our little entertainment room. We got the games in there. We got an ottoman in there now. Yeah, no, while moving stuff back, all of a sudden Thursday comes around, and it was raining again on Thursday. And this is around the time where the water started coming in again. So I was like, guys, I called into work both days. I didn't work on Tuesday. I had off on Wednesday. And then I had a call in on Thursday because I was like, guys, it's happening again. And they're like, okay. I did go in for a few hours because they were short on people, but I still like it was awful. And then yeah. That was great. So I have like no paycheck coming from this week. Yeah, but
It'll be
it's
okay.
great.
We'll get you through.
Because now all we have to deal with is the smell, and hopefully no mold because they sprayed for it. So
please go check out our merch down below to help support us through this difficult time.
Guys, donate all of your money to Razzberry Tea Time on Twitch. We definitely don't have things over there set up. It's fine.
We have donations
But
set
yeah,
up
no,
on Twitch.
I have a nice setup over in this corner of the living room, or the current, like, it's the studio. I call it the Raz studio now because that's where most of my stuff's going to be.
The Raz Studio.
Also, I spent a lot of money over the last like 5 days. It was awful. Like, originally, it was like, okay, I need to order this part for my computer. So I ordered a part for my computer. That's going to be
What'd you
here
get for
on
your
Wednesday.
computer?
I got my SSD coming so I can do more games, big
Oh,
games.
did you buy a regular SD or an M.2?
So I looked in my computer. I don't have room for an M.2 being I'm running 2 graphics cards. I don't have an extra slot for the M.2. So I had to get an extra.
Really? That's
yeah.
surprising. Interesting.
Oh,
I mean, it works just as
graphics
functionally
card
the
takes
same.
up all 3
It might
of
be
my
technically
slots,
slower,
so.
though.
What?
I'm saying
I
the
mean, I
regular
won't-
SSD might be technically slower than the M.2.
I won't.
Because it's not
notice.
directly hooked up to the motherboard.
I won't notice. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
They're both faster than the hard drive that I was running on the other computer anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're gonna start getting into like bigger streams. I have D&D stuff that's planned for that like pipelined future. There's a lot of new people that have been like talking to me like, hey, I want to get into streaming, and I'm like, yeah, I have a very full schedule, so let me know and I'll tell you no. No, like,
hey, you buying stuff for your computer reminded me of something.
Yeah.
So those Lego Batman sets that we talked about earlier.
Oh yeah, you bought them.
So I definitely pre-ordered them.
Of course,
they're gonna be
yeah.
coming out, I think, October 1st and November 1st, if I believe right. So that'll be fun.
Sure. Yeah, I know when those are coming out.
I don't have problems either.
So yeah, and then I spent a lot of money. I got the SSD, which those are a couple hundred alone. And then
SSDs
I
are
bought.
expensive.
I was like, you know what? We have a bigger bedroom. These walls are like quite empty, and we still have to move some stuff around yet. But most of the walls are gonna be empty. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a vanity for in the bedroom so that Anne has an actual spot to like do makeup rather than leaning over the bathroom sink and then like looking in the mirror kind of thing. So I was like,
hey, what's wrong with that?
What?
What's wrong with that?
She doesn't like it because she's short. I hear her listening.
Do you
to
guys
this
not have
right
a
now.
step stool?
What?
Do you guys not have a step stool at all?
Stop it.
No, I'm being genuinely serious.
No, I just wanted
Not
to get
for
her something
that,
that would.
but-
I just wanted to get her something that would make it more convenient for her.
It'll be really funny if you accidentally hung it too high and then she still couldn't use it.
It's a vanity. It sits on the floor.
Well, then I'm confused. I thought you were just talking about like a mirror or something.
No, I didn't get her a mirror. I got her a vanity set. It's like
Mirror.
a table. It's a table with a mirror and a light on it, and it has drawers and compartments for makeup and all that. And I double checked with her. I'm like, hey, is this the one that you want? And she's like, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, no, look at it. Is this the one that you want? And then I also, I guess I kind of spoiled her this week. I bought a bunch of other stuff, but I'm not going to tell her about it because it hasn't come. Or I'm not going to tell the podcast about it because it hasn't come yet. And if she listens to this, I don't want her to be like, oh, that's what you got me. I told her I bought a bunch of Legos and she believed me. So I bought Legos, but I didn't actually buy Legos.
Oh, well, you have to tell me when we're done recording.
I also
the podcast books.
Yeah, off the books. But I also bought more Funkos. I pre-ordered them. I didn't buy them
Which
yet.
one?
I pre-ordered them. I finished buying or pre-ordering all of the available shawarma set ones. There's just one left that I have to get, and that's Thor, but he hasn't been released yet. He's supposed to come out like later this month for pre-order.
Nice.
And then I bought some Hamilton.
Nice. I saw that
some
we had a
Hamilton
couple
ones.
at work.
And I may have also bought some Avatar ones, but I don't have a problem.
Dude, Avatar is like the only more recent theme that's like currently still in stores that
Yeah.
I've seen multiple like con exclusives for.
Really? I haven't
Yeah,
seen con
because there's
exclusives
the
for-
Avatar State one and the Cabbage Guy ones are both
Okay,
con exclusives, I'm pretty sure.
But the cabbage one is an older one though.
Oh, it is? I thought, when did that
Yeah,
release
no,
then?
that's not new. That released I think at least 5 years ago. At least. It's probably more than that for sure, but it hasn't.
Wait, so are they
It's not-
technically considered separate themes?
So you know how Harry Potter had an original run and now they have like this new one with like the white box art? It's
Sure.
like it's like those. They're different runs, but they're within the same sets.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So like this new run, the first run really focused on like the season 1 main characters. Like you had Aang and Appa, you had Sokka, Katara, Zuko, but Zuko with like the ponytail.
Yeah.
And then now they have Uncle Iroh and Suki. Those were 2 that I ordered, and then I can't find Ozai. That was the only one at work that I actually saw but didn't get because someone else bought it before I got.
Oof,
and if you're like who's Ozai, you'll meet him when we get to season 2, and you'll hate him.
I'm guessing he is the main villain of season 2 then.
No.
Oof.
No.
All right. Well, that wraps up the table talk. Yeah, we got to keep going.
We need to do more Avatar like soon.
We will do more Avatar soon.
Yeah, you want to do a little bit of sugar though?
Yeah, I'm excited to do a little bit of sugar.
Why are we on BuzzFeed? I hate BuzzFeed.
Because BuzzFeed has BuzzFeed's the only person that does quizzes still.
When I put the chapters in for this episode, I'm gonna label this one BuzzFeed sucks.
I already labeled all of them for you.
Why? I'm gonna change the name to BuzzFeed sucks.
Okay, folks. I just want to let you know that you should go down below into the description of this episode, click on the link for the quiz, because it's so much more fun if you take the quiz with us. Okay? And we'll give you a little bit extra time to answer on your own.
Oh, dude, MCU trivia quiz. Here we go.
We are going to be really good at this because these questions are somewhat easy. Based off of the top answer.
I'm gonna be disappointed about myself, like how right I get these. I can already see it.
It's not a disappointment. All right. So question number 1. Please click on the link and join us. Question number 1. First, what year was Iron Man, aka the first movie that started the MCU, released in theaters? 2003, 2005, 2008, 2010.
Dude, I'm already on question 3. I'm already on question 3.
Slow down, Cameron.
Don't say the correct answer. All right, we can't. You have to give the options. All right, we just have to.
Yeah, these are the options. People are taking it at the same time of us. So I'm putting 2008 because
I'm not saying how I'm answering because I want people to be honest about their scores and not wait for us to tell them the answers.
Oh my gosh! Don't wait for us, people. Fine.
I want people to be honest. I'm going to post my score directly on Twitter after this.
In Thor, what does Thor want another of when he's in the diner? A slice of pie, a cup of coffee, a stack of pancakes, a plate of bacon.
I would like another plate of bacon. I should stop yelling.
In Captain America, the Winter Soldier, what does Steve say every time he runs past Sam? On your left. On
Watch
your
your
right.
6.
Excuse me.
Dude, that'd be really funny. He's just running past Sam. Excuse me.
That's all he says.
He's like, don't you say it. Don't you say it. Excuse me.
In Guardians of the Galaxy, which Infinity Stone is inside the orb that Ronan and the other Guardians fight over?
I think it was the Stone.
The Stone? I believe it's the Stone as well.
Definitely the Stone.
So the question answers. The available answers are the Mind Stone, the Soul Stone, the Power Stone, the Time Stone.
Yes.
In Captain America Civil War, who is on Team Iron Man? Why is all capitalized, making me say it like that?
Because if it was just who is on Team Iron Man rather than who is, like they're trying to emphasize who is, not who isn't, you know?
Okay, so it's Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Wanda Maximoff.
Yeah, I think it's Barton. Barton was on Iron Man team, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
In Black Panther, what are the female warriors called? Black Panther forces, Wakandan warriors, Dora Milaje, Camillo soldiers. I'm sorry for butchering that last one. It's obviously not the last one.
Yeah, no, it's Black Panther forces. That's the one I'm
Camillo or the beads, but I'm pretty sure I'm still pronouncing it incorrectly. Camillo?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Isn't that like when they do the project?
How many times are you gonna stutter there, buddy?
The holographic projections, like when they get in the cars and stuff.
I mean, yeah, but it's not just that. It's just their nanotech technology. The beads are just what they have on them at all times for like calls, and then he sticks one inside of him when he gets shot. That's what
was picking up. That's what he was picking up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That's exactly what he was picking up. In Avengers Infinity War, which of these characters did not get dusted after Thanos' snap.
This is a lie. All of these got dusted.
Doctor Strange, Bucky Barnes, Groot, Okoye.
Remember when Groot died?
I do.
Remember when he died twice?
I do.
Yeah. That's
In
funny.
WandaVision, Agatha reveals that Wanda uses what kind of magic? Chaos magic, dark dimension magic, Asgardian magic, mirror dimension magic.
I like Asgardian magic. That's like what Loki was raised on.
Asgardian magic and like all of the cool stuff from Asgard has been made less cool to me because they make it so clear in the show that it's not magic, it's just super advanced science that we think it's magic.
Well, not even that. Like Loki's magic that he was doing is more of like sleight of hand kind of magic at this point.
Yeah, for sure. In Loki, what item does Mobius want to have someday? A dagger, a tiny mansion for his dog.
It's
What?
definitely the last one.
A jet ski, a flip phone. Dude,
I like
some of
the
these
second
answers are
one.
just not it.
A tiny mansion for his dog.
I know, like, what is that?
I think it's like, ooh, people might not have seen Loki, so they have to like dumb it down just a little bit. I want a flip phone.
In Shang-Chi, what do the villagers of Talao use to cover their armor and weapons? Dragonite, dragon scales, galactic glaze, vibranium. I don't think it's Dragonite because that's a Pokemon. Oh, wait, that's not Dragonite. It's Dargonite. Like
Yeah,
Batman?
You dingus.
Okay, we're at the end here. Cameron, it's safe to say that you got all of them right as well. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was way too easy.
That was super easy. We'll have to find something
Yeah,
harder next time.
Yeah, no, dude. Actually, this is why I don't do BuzzFeed quiz, dude.
Dude, didn't we do a quiz one time and it was like literally the hardest thing ever?
Yeah, but you were my sister and we kissed, so it's fine.
That was not a quiz for that. It was which character are we?
Yeah, but it's fine. You were my sister.
Cameron, are you one of the biggest MCU fans around? What can I say? You're a massive MCU fan. Not only have you seen every movie and TV show more than once, but you remember all the small and big details. You're probably someone who has gotten all of your friends to watch the MCU too.
There's one movie I haven't seen yet, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Far From Home, that movie that you own on Blu-ray.
Yeah, that hasn't been opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I should
we all
watch
got the
that.
answers right. Let us know how you did for playing along with us. Please. We appreciate you. Please.
Yeah, it's easy. Don't be dumb. Get a
So
flip
now
phone.
it's time to get away from a little bit of sugar because we're all sugared up and excited now to talk about the
I'm
weekly
high
tea.
on life right now.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
I don't want to edit this week, dude.
I just want to go take a nap, dude.
Yeah, same actually.
I'm like so tired. I slept like
Dude.
Garbo last night.
Before we get into the weekly tea, I'm gonna make tonight, right? This is like we're kind of backpedaling here to like what we might do. I'm making Chick-fil-A pizza tonight, dude. It's fun. It's so fun.
So what are you gonna do? Grilled chicken and then just make the sauce with Chick-fil-A sauce?
I don't have a big enough kitchen or like a proper mixer to make my own pizza dough, so I just buy like the pre-made store pizza crust stuff.
Obviously.
Which, I mean, it works fine, and I don't have a docker for it to like puncture the bubbles out of it, so it wouldn't matter if I even made my own dough. But yeah, no, I buy the pre-made pizza crust.
You can just use a fork to do that.
I like the dockers though, dude, because they go.
I don't know if
so
I know
fun.
exactly what you're talking about.
They're like a little cylinder wheel, like what a lint roller looks like.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but then they have like little
Oh.
spikes in them. Yeah. I
I mean, you don't really need that.
I like them though, dude. Do I need this really expensive computer to do the podcast? No, but I still have it.
Hey, I'm using
so
a
anyway-
laptop. It's still expensive. though.
So anyway, you put the Chick-fil-A sauce on it, like as the sauce, not like marinara, like where the marinara would go on a normal pizza. You put the Chick-fil-A sauce that you can buy at like stores and stuff on there, and then we've just been buying like popcorn chicken, and that's the chicken that we use in it. And then you just
this is
top
something
it.
you made before?
Yeah, I've made it 3 times now.
Oh.
This is my fourth time making it.
Nice. Is
So
it good?
then you dude, that's why I said you guys should like let me make you pizza, and then Emily's like, no, chicken Alfredo. But no, then you put the mozzarella and you sprinkle a little bit of cheddar in there just to like give it a little bit of like added flavor.
Little
Mozzarella
bite.
mozzarella on its own is just kind of bland in my opinion. But then you don't do like Italian seasoning. I just do like, most pizzas, they add like a little bit of like garnish or like an Italian seasoning. I'll do a little bit of garlic, just a little bit of garlic, minced garlic, not powder. And it like adds to the sear in the meat kind of, but no, it's really good.
Yeah, it sounds really good. I'll have to try it sometime.
Yeah. You should let me make you food sometime. Like,
The last time you made me food, we both felt sick for like 2 days.
the last time I made you food, I left it all there. I left it all there, and then people brought it into work and eated it, and I was like, man, I wish I had some of that.
Okay, now let's actually talk about Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about this movie probably.
All right, man. My overall thoughts on the film is it's probably my favorite, like, first intro to a character origin story movie in the MCU other than the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, of just straight origin stories, I think it's my second favorite.
Aside from the Guardian movie?
Yeah, because Guardians 1 is the best.
While watching this movie, I found myself definitely comparing it a lot to like some of the battles that you see in certain parts. I found myself comparing it to like the opening of Fellowship of the Ring, and then like the finale of the entire franchise for that. The big fight at the end. I was like, wow, dude, this is like it brings back like I got nostalgia from watching this movie, even though I hadn't seen this movie before, if that makes sense. Like I miss these like big scale fights. Like I'm gonna say this, and I think a lot of people would agree with me. Endgame is nowhere close to like the big battles that you would see like the Lord of the Rings movies. Nowhere close. There's just too many people that they're trying to focus on in Endgame to like actually.
So you'd rather have like a bunch of faceless characters fighting each other, and that's more epic to you?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I find myself, I'm not watching the action. I'm trying to find where Iron Man went when he's flying. It's like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. There.
Interesting. That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather have like a more focused fight scene where it knows what it's trying to show you versus just like a bunch of like thousands of moments between characters that we don't care about. I'd rather have something emotional happen between a couple of characters.
Have you seen The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise?
When I was like 6, yeah, why?
Dude, that's a good movie.
I was so little. I don't think I actually watched it. That was my first rated R movie I gotta watch.
I don't think that movie's rated R.
It is rated R.
It might be.
It definitely is, because I remember being like, Mom, can I watch this? And she was like,
said yes.
No.
Oh.
I don't actually remember.
Me already in the process of watching a rated R movie when my mom walks in. Can I watch this? No.
I think if someone's on the fence of whether they should go to the theater or not to see this, if you really feel that strongly about not going to the theater, just don't go. It'll be okay.
Wow,
but if you want to go out to something, I think this is a good movie to get you back out there.
I don't know. Free Guy still might be better than this. I haven't seen Free Guy yet, but...
Free Guy?
Free Guy.
Sounds like you're saying Frigga. Isn't that Loki and Thor's mom?
No, that is Queen Frigga of Asgard.
Oh my gosh. Close enough.
Yeah. It's not Frigga, it's Frigga.
I think this is totally worth seeing, though, if you're willing to go to a theater and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, legit. There was... Okay, I'm a slow reader. So when they're speaking, like, native language to the area that they're actually, like, portraying, I found it hard to follow.
They're speaking Chinese.
Well, there is different form, because this took place over thousands of years. There's different dialects in China for like different.
But also in general, they're speaking Chinese as an overall umbrella of the language.
Yeah, but what's Chinese, Mandarin or the other one? I don't know.
I'm just saying Chinese is an umbrella term for all of it.
Yeah, they were speaking. Yeah, but so when they were like having big dialogue moments in Chinese, I found it very hard to follow. But that's just because I'm a slow reader. But no, the big meat of the movie when we meet as his character is introduced to us when he's in America, Sean, which is something I've ironically been calling Shen by accident at work a lot.
On accident?
Yeah, it's funny because I've been calling Sean Shen by accident.
Like your friend Sean?
Yeah, Pinky, Stinky Pinky.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, I mess up people's names like really bad recently.
That's interesting that you would mix those two up.
It's really not. They're very similar.
Shen and Sean.
One has a and one has an eh. The rest of it is the same.
I think that this movie honestly probably has the most like organic, normal, like hand-to-hand combat. I think it has
it's
best,
beautiful.
It's not only the best choreographing I've seen in a Marvel movie, but it's shot in a very visually interesting way. And I applaud it for being different than a normal MCU movie in that aspect.
The guy I was sitting next to while I was watching this was like really cool. Like we were like sharing notes about like what we thought while we were watching it.
Just vibing. And
yeah, no, we were vibing. It was a good time. Like I think I might start a podcast with him and just end this one, honestly. I'm just kidding. That's messed up. No, like we both agreed like watching this form of fighting rather than like, say for example, Winter Soldier, you're watching Batroc and Cap like just throwing fists. There's something really romantic about the fighting style in this movie. Like definitely when like you're getting towards the end and are we in the spoiler territory yet?
Okay, we're gonna start spoiling this movie. It's fine. I got my point out about choreographing. So
okay, guys, spoiler warning because I almost ruined it. When Shang-Chi's fighting his dad, and there's like he's kind of like doing all of this like, oh, dude, it was
very reminiscent of the mother's fight with him earlier too.
But it's a very peaceful, like it's a very aggressive fight, but it's something like very peaceful about it, and like it's a. I'm happy.
I think that's something that's been lost. So I think there's like with older Chinese films, whether it be like Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee, whoever it be, fight scenes in those days, it was a lot more of a dance compared to blocking. So when I'm referring to blocking, it's in movies, plays, it's in everything. So it's just like you have to get to this point at this time, whereas a dance is you have to know each step and you have to work together with a partner. So I think getting to that kind of style of a fight scene in an MCU movie where it is a choreographed dance compared to blocking it out, it's just a lot cooler to look at visually. And it seems maybe it's not more realistic because I feel like in a real fight, you'd just be punching someone. I get that. But like, it's just so much cooler. I don't know.
Well, it depends on what fighting style you're doing too. Like there are fighting styles that do kind of like this, but you're also like, not gonna be predicting the moves as well as they were, but no, if being that you brought it up like it's like a choreographed dance, that's probably why I said like I felt like it was a very romantic way of fighting because it's like they are dancing pretty much.
Yeah, and I think it's really the mother's fight with him was heavily foreshadowing the ending. And also the ending was a callback to that moment as well. Like it goes both ways. It's kind of just showing Shang-Chi coming full circle to what his mother said, where you can be as powerful as your father.
I got really into this movie, dude. Like I got like while watching it, I forgot that I was in a theater, and all of a sudden the part where he gets 5 of the rings away from his dad, I'm like, oh, he's got 5.
And then he's like, oh, he's got 7. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure he has 8 now.
Stop.
He's got all 10.
The 10 rings.
That's the name of the movie.
Roll credits. Speaking of rolling credits. Speaking of rolling credits, dude.
2 post-credit scenes. 2 of them.
What?
There's 2 post-credit scenes.
Oh, I only saw 1.
Cameron. Okay, so the first one, we'll talk about it in a second. But so the second one basically is Shang-Chi's sister going to the 10 Rings compound and supposed to take it apart, right? But instead, it's like takes it over, and you see more people training and fighting, and you see the guy from the club earlier, and then Razor Fist by her sides. Essentially, it's very similar to the ending of Mandalorian season 2 with the Book of Boba Fett returning, like that kind of thing. It was very similar and reminiscent to that. And then after that, it's like the 10 rings will return. The 10 rings will return. So yeah, it was very similar to the end of the Mandalorian season 2 in that aspect. But yes, Cameron, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate myself just as much as you do because I also left the theater after the first one.
Yeah, see, I didn't see that one.
I know, me either. I was like, I know there's a post-credit scene, and then I went to just go check it up online quick, like when the credits were starting a little bit. And it was like, oh yeah, like Wong goes and steals Katie and Shang, and takes them to meet a couple Avengers and stuff. And
the guy that I was sitting next to is like, yeah, no, there's fine. There's only one credit scene. We can leave. And I'm like, okay. So
yeah, no, I trusted the internet because I guess I didn't see the part that it said that there was 2, so that's cool.
Yeah, the theater guy lied to me. Like right now was the first time I found out there was 2 recording this. I thought there was only the 1.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Also, why is did you notice Bruce is de-hulked?
Yes, immediately.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Bruce,
what did you say?
Bruce is de-hulked.
De-hulked. That's the word that you said.
Yeah.
Yes, I noticed that immediately. I think genuinely the reason that they did that is because it's going to be a lot cheaper for the She-Hulk series.
Mm-hmm. Well, that and maybe there's an in-universe thing where it's like while he's in Hulk form, it's a lot more like scar tissue to heal. So like he went back to being Bruce because he was in the sling yet after Endgame. So like maybe being in Bruce's form, it's like it's less
well, that
taxing
wouldn't make sense necessarily though because he has a healing factor as the Hulk.
Oh yeah, then how come a week after Endgame in universe when he was in the sling, it was still just as charred as in the final battle?
Because it's the most powerful objects in the universe that damaged him?
Technically, that is not true because we're about to see Celestials in the I almost said the Wakanda What If. That's not
Eternals.
Anywhere close. Yep, that is what I meant to say. Wakanda What If, Eternals. They are the same thing now.
Yeah, but didn't technically the Infinity Stones make the Celestials, making them stronger than them?
I don't understand the question.
I'm just saying the Infinity Stones would be stronger than Celestials because the Infinity Stones would have come before them because Celestials weren't there before the Big Bang and the Infinity Stones were made by the Big Bang, so you'd expect the Infinity Stones to be there first and make them essentially.
I like to think of the universe as like a series of claps, right? So you got the Big Bang, boom, everything expands, and then it stops expanding, and then it comes back together, clap, universe gone, but then boom, new universe, and then that's the theory.
Interesting. I don't 100% know what you're talking about, but yeah, cool.
So after like 40 quintillion years of existence, the universe resets by collapsing in on itself and expanding again, starting with another bang, is the theory.
Ooh.
And the thing is, it could be a loop. It just starts over again. Everything goes exactly the way it did the first time, comes back together, boom, does it again. And that, or something different happens every single time.
Interesting to think about.
We will never know. We would never know.
We will never know.
We would never know unless the simulation just gave up.
Matrix.
I'm unplugged.
So like the part of the movie, right? So I thought the Fight Club kind of stuff was pretty cool. It was neat to see Wong and Abomination. Apparently the director said something about like that was asked to be in the movie by Marvel. So like they're clearly setting up something there. Probably just, the whatever they're called.
I almost said Inhumans, but that got canceled.
The Suicide Squad of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah,
why can't I think what it's called? Why am I blanking so hard right now?
The Anti-Avengers, pretty much, is what you're thinking.
No, but they've got a title.
I know. Zemo's in it.
Yeah. And so is...
Injustice, that's what it's called. That's called. Yep. It's called injustice.
No, it's
Canon.
not.
Confirmed canon.
Dude, why am I blanking? So anyways, so I think they're kind of just setting up Abomination to be in that.
Dark Avengers, dude.
I mean, that is a thing, but that's not what they're doing. Yeah, I'm really the Thunderbolts. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, because it's Ross's group.
I knew it had something to do with Ross's name, but I couldn't
US
think
agent.
of it. U.S. agent, and yeah, they're all in it, and yelling up Belova and all that. It's gonna be the Thunderbolts, whatever.
Send in the Thaddy.
Strike him with the Thunderbolts.
Strike him with the Thaddy.
I don't like that.
Because you can't call him the Thaddiuses. Thaddy.
So I think they were setting up that, and then I'm guessing Wong was there because they already had Wong for the post-credit scene. That'd be my guess.
So like,
but
here's what I'm thinking, right? Where was Wong going in No Way Home trailer, right? He was going to fight.
He's going back to the Fight Club.
Yeah, he's Fight Club. Yeah.
Also, how do you think
gotta make some more money?
Bruce Banner feels about Wong hanging out with his old nemesis?
I feel like they're not on talking terms.
Wong and Bruce?
No, Bruce and
Abomination.
Yeah.
Why would they be on talking terms? They're villains and heroes.
I feel like they're not on talking terms.
Probably not. Last time they saw each other, they were just grunting at each other.
So I'm sure he wouldn't care that Wong is beating up Abomination.
Yeah, but they're like friends. They walked out together.
I'm pretty sure that was just meant to like insinuate like he's kind of like a pet that he uses to make money.
I don't think that. I think that they're like sparring partners for something.
Remember when he got laid out by his sister? I laughed so hard.
Yeah, I do remember that part. I thought that the bus sequence, super fun and creative.
Oh, dude, I was sitting like, this is in the trailer. This is in the trailer. I'm like, yes.
Honestly, I kind of liked Razor Fist in this movie.
That's not what I was calling him.
Well, that's his name.
Razor
what were
Fist
you calling him then? Yeah,
I can't say what I was calling him on the podcast. Let's just say
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Razor Fist. And then he was like, "That's my car." And then they were literally driving around in like a Pimp My Ride Razor Fist car for the rest of the movie. It literally said Razor Fist on the side in like graffiti art. I thought that was really funny.
How did I not notice that?
Also, they brought back Trevor Slattery from Liverpool as the actor.
Dude.
Did you text me after the movie or during the movie?
I texted you during the movie. I was that I pulled out my phone. I was that guy.
You were that guy.
I was that guy.
You texted me in the middle of the movie. Oh, yeah, dude. It was a lot of fun. So it was confirmed ahead of time that he was in it, which honestly, it sucks that I knew that going in because it was a great surprise to see him. But I was surprised by how much he was in the movie. I was totally surprised by how much he was in it.
My favorite character moment was when he's like playing dead, and he's like,
I'm just acting.
Dead. I'm not dead. It's a performance.
Act dead. Come on. What was that little guy's name? Like Ruben or something?
No, definitely not Ruben. Start with an M.
Maurice.
Morpheus.
It was not Morpheus. Yeah, I don't know. He was a ton of fun in this movie though. It was good to see him back. Ben Kingsley's always great in whatever he's in. I think they did a good job explaining that, like, the Mandarin was only a name given to him.
I was calling him Marvel Jesus.
Because he is the Marvel Jesus.
I like they tied up the one shot. What's the one shot? The something the king.
All Hail the King.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's also the only Marvel one shot that's on Disney Plus currently, and I think they got it on there just in time for this movie.
And that's another thing too, right? They also he talked about, was like, yeah, then the producer got blown up by Iron Man. Like, yes, let the legacy live on.
People remember that movie.
That's my movie. I watched it 93 times.
That's disgusting.
You're disgusting.
No, I'm not. I'm beautiful. Although I've been having a lot of stomach problems, I am beautiful.
No matter what they say, Words can't bring me down.
Some other quick Marvel news, quick, because I just pulled up my phone quick to see if there's anything else before we end the episodes.
Say quick
Apparently,
one more time.
What?
Say quick one more time.
Quick?
Yeah, you said 1 second quick. We're gonna add some. We're gonna do more Marvel news real quick because I pulled up my phone real quick. So
I say
said,
quick. Okay, fine.
Say it one more time.
So, Loki season 2 may not start filming until 2023. Quote from Kevin Feige here says, "We have a start date. I'm not sure exactly where it falls between next year or the year after that."
We have to wait that long for a follow up.
Yeah, so that's
longer
cool.
than the Mandalorian, dude.
But
then again, the Loki series was literally the same quality as a Marvel movie.
Really? It's almost like it was made by the Marvel studio.
What I'm saying is, I feel like Loki had more time being worked on than, and this is a bad example because we know what happened with Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that went through reshoot, so they didn't have as much time to work on that one.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier went through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, because a lot of stuff happened where there was supposed to be a virus line that was very similar to COVID before COVID happened when they were shooting it. So they tried to change it in the movie. So that's cool. Not in the movie, it's a show, but whatever. But yeah, no, all the characters in Shang-Chi I really enjoyed. I'm really looking forward to seeing Simu Liu. I don't actually know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry. It's like Simu Liu.
Yeah, you saw that they officially named him a new Avenger now.
Yes, right? I did see that.
Yeah, I was hyped for that.
So it's just good to see that kind of stuff. And now he has the power of the 10 rings too. I think that's really cool. And clearly something's coming. It's similar to oh, Thanos is coming, that kind of thing. I think it's similar to that. The 10 rings could be connected since it's like a beacon now.
Yeah. I love that they brought back Brie Larson. I thought they were having contracting disputes, but then again, that wouldn't make sense being that they're literally doing the Marvels.
Yeah, that's just Scarlet with the contract disputes. But let's be honest, she's dead anyways. And Lake Bell, star from Harley Quinn as Poison Ivy, did a very good job, I thought, in What If Episode 3, portraying Black Widow. I thought that she did a pretty good Scarlett Johansson Black Widow.
Dude, this week's What If was crazy.
It was very crazy. I
was so lost, but at the same time, I enjoyed it.
Honestly, I think Doctor Strange's arrogance is not going away, and I really hope that they actually address it in the mainline MCU pretty soon.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, something like that What If episode's going to happen in the main MCU pretty soon. Probably in No Way Home. So we'll see how that goes. Also, what are the odds that Doctor Strange variant is Mephisto?
Stop it.
He looked like Mephisto.
Yeah, for a split second. I was
multiple
watching
split seconds.
Yeah, this guy is like, did you watch What If yet? I'm like, no, because I was moving stuff at the time, and he's just like Mephisto, and I'm pretty sure I said spoiler, and then just didn't look at my phone from him for the rest of the day.
It wasn't even a spoiler. It was just me saying that.
Well, I didn't know what the episode was gonna be. So I thought maybe he went to go make a deal with Mephisto or something. So I'm like, oh, this character had an issue. Oh, better make a deal with the devil, kind of, that storyline.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Screwed me over.
Any wrap-up thoughts for Shang-Chi?
Bye.
I don't know. I'm just excited to see more of this character. The choreography was great. Go see it in theaters, folks. It was awesome.
Yeah, I have to pee.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Razzberry Tea Time. Make sure to keep up to date by following us on official Razzberry Tea Time socials on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links down below. You can find me, Spenny T, on Instagram at Spenny_T is me, and Twitter, Spenny T is me. Cameron, where they can find you?
Twitch.tv/RazAppleNight. I should be live again on Monday.
Monday.
Should be live every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturdays here and there. Like today I could have, but I had to do the movie and all that stuff. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, then Twitch. I already did Twitch. Twitter and Instagram. Apple_Raz. YouTube.com. Raz Apple Night. I have some VODs up there. All that fun stuff. Guys, there's just a lot of stuff going on. And if you need to find the link trees, all of that is connected in some form.
Some form, yes. Make sure to tell a friend about the show to help us grow our community. Leave a review.
Buy our merch.
Thank you for joining us for this. Yes, buy our merch. Thank you for joining us for this week. And like we say here at the end of every episode.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm just
My
going
name's
to say
Chad.
bye.